Hello everyone. In today's video, we will talk about Fibonacci levels in the easiest and most accurate way, which is the Thomas Demark way. In this video, we will learn where to start drawing and where to stop. Should we start from the top or start from the bottom? Are there specific time frames for Fibonacci, or can it be used with all frames? To find out these answers, we will start from here, from the time frames. Well, Fibonacci levels do not need a specific frame and can be used with all frames from 1 minute to 1 week or more, but the same as with any indicator, the larger the frame, the more accurate. Let's delete everything and start from the beginning. To draw Fibonacci levels, you must first determine the last candle on the chart, or in other words, you must find the current candle, and I think it is the easiest task in this video. After finding the last candle, look for the closest high with a clear price reversal. As you can see, the price reversal seems clear here at this top. Even when you compare it with other nearby reversals, you will find that the retracement and the reversal here is much better. And after we have determined the nearest top, we will use the horizontal line and we will place it just above that top. Then, we will trace the line to the left until we see that it is crossed with any candle. And as we can see, at this candle here, the crossover has occurred. Once we find the intersection, we use the vertical line and put it on this intersection that we found. Thus, the first stage has ended by surrounding the candles in a specific area. After we surrounded the candles in this area, we will look for the lowest bottom, and with the naked eye, it seems clear that this bottom is the lowest here. So, as before, we put a horizontal line under it. Now go back to the last candle and see. Is it close to the lower line or close to the upper line? And since we find that the distance from the last candle to the lower line is the closest, we will draw Fibonacci levels from top to bottom. We choose the Fibonacci Retracement tool from the toolbar on the left and start drawing from the upper line, which is the highest top, to the lower line, which is the lowest low. And that's it, Fibonacci levels are ready to use. But the question remains, when will these lines expire and how long will I extend it? Does it end here or here? Why doesn't it end here? To answer this question, we must go back to the last candle again, which is this candle. After finding the last candle, we use this dashed line, which is one of the Fibonacci lines, and it is called Fibonacci trend line. Now we drag it to the right until it passes directly and touches the penultimate candle from above, and make sure it's not the last candle, because it is not closed yet, so it should touch the candle before it. In this way, we have determined the validity of these lines, and they will be valid for use up to this area, except in the event of a breach up or down. Before we move on to a different example, let's see the most important settings in the Fibonacci tool. Here you will find only the important levels, choose them as you can see, and cancel the rest. Also, you may find this level on number 78, change it to number 74, or leave it as it is, it won't make much difference. Here, you can control the background color, and here, you can change the direction of the levels numbers, and placing them on the right will be more visible. Well, let's go back to the chart and run it to see what happens. As you can see, in every retracement or breakout, we notice that the candles respect the Fibonacci levels, and they move in harmony with these lines. Now at this point here, we can say that these lines have expired and we must draw others. The extension of the lines may also be true, but by following this method, you will get more accuracy and more confidence. For this, let's remove everything and start again. First, we find the last candle. Second, we look for the closest high to the last candle. Third, we put a horizontal line on this top that we found. Fourth, we trace the line to the left until we hit any candle. Fifth, we put a vertical line on the candle in which the crossover occurred. And that's it, now we've restricted the candles to a specific area. And in this area, we search for the lowest bottom. Then, we use the horizontal line and place it directly below it. Finally, we go back to the last candle and compare the distance. Is it close to the upper line, or is it close to the lower line? As soon as we find that it is close to the upper line, we draw Fibonacci levels from the bottom towards the top. We take the Fibonacci tool and draw from the bottom line, then head to the top line. Then we head to the right until we see that the trend line has touched the penultimate candle from above. And that's it, when you see the candles that move inside the Fibonacci levels, you will notice that they coincide with these levels amazingly, and this confirms that you have drawn them correctly. Well, before we finish this video, there are some questions that you may need to answer. 1. Is this method the only way to draw Fibonacci? No, there are many other ways Fibonacci can be drawn even on one candle. 2. Are we supposed to start from the wicks of the candles, or we start with their bodies? The two methods are correct, but logically, we must use the wicks, because at the wicks there was also circulation, and there was buying and selling. 3. Is the way to put the trend at the penultimate candle is the only way? No, also placing the trend as a normal trend line, according to the movement of the candles, is also a correct method. Finally, if you like the video and want to learn more about using Fibonacci and applying it to a practical strategy, please tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Good luck.